干，没事。右边有一个洞哎、对，这里好打不开。哇哦，下面有各种比露西亚，看来它就是一个，这就是摇篮，没错了。好了，开门了。这里应该是不会有敌人的，也不会有机器。
So this is Eleuthia. This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
搁浅的玩偶，这是什么？奇怪的话，奇怪的东西。为什么会有人？如果说所有人都是走到外面去的话，那为什么会有画画？这不是很奇怪吗？
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me.
me 来看记录。
So this was it.
Where you were born.
But why?
But why? 昌氏诞生记录完成，待命中。酝酿。这里倒是都是人造子宫，所以这里就是小孩一开始出生的第一站。然后呢，这是什么？外面有狐狸、蓝天，这里面则是有恐怖的机器人，不让大家出去。有一个蓝色的好人。 连猫都喜欢它。啊，这是什么？一开始大家被关在黑色的人底下，很痛苦，关到都长出很多尾巴出来，头爆炸了，变成大头怪，于是。 黑色的人就变成蓝色的人，干这个话我实在看不懂。
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
婴儿房文字记录，养分存量耗尽。
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother.
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, in time, in time, in time, in time.
难怪我就讨厌小孩，干！你妈的一群死屁孩、欸！到底是在靠北三小，妈的嘞！不过如果这就是人类的祖先，那他们至少还是有一点智力呀、为什么后来会变成那样的野蛮原始人呢？我实在不是很能理解，这中间到底发生了什么事？谁能告诉我，为什么后来他们变智障？这里看起来是用来，我不知道上课哦，不对，这也是婴儿床、育婴室，然后这边是儿童游乐室，里面还有一只奇怪的蛇。还有一些玩具，哇哦，送玩具耶！看来是这样，没错。绕了个圈没啥路用。这是什么？外面有太阳，有奇怪的塔。哦，那个是房子吧？我猜那个是房子的意思。有鸟，哦，还有路，还有飞机或是人，看不出来。这个是太阳会发光，蜜蜂，妈的，先不说其他的，干他们这么矮。怎么有办法办到
？Someday, that's what you always say.
已经变青少年了。
It's big down there. Now, father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him.
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away.
都已经变青少年了，还那么智障哦！也是哦。
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
也就是说，这扇门永远无法打开。但他们也不会永远是小孩子啊，但都已经是青少年了，还在这里的确是蛮痛苦的。
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
秋三小，妈呀！
So this is where they lived. It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
大概很久吧，久到他们出去之后什么都忘记了。幼稚园，多重性有时候养分存量耗尽，但我实在是很难理解。明明我就破关过一次啊，但我现在对这段剧情我也是完全看不懂，就像失智症一样。
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
他只会叫他跑跑跳跳发泄情绪吧。他们已经是青少年了，却还是机器人，还是把他们当成小朋友一样。哦。 所以是机器人本身有问题，应该是这样的意思吧？对啊，因为他们都已经是青少年了，他还是刚刚说跑跑跳跳吧，发泄情绪哦，孩子们怎么的，干，机器坏掉了，大概是这样的意思吧。
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go!
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
他们永远都被困在这里，然后只有基本的知识，他们的知识并没有随着年纪大而增加，因为后面的那一段被锁住了。
For identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
所以这个莱森学院他们从来没进来过，没有办法学习更多的知识。
So, what was this place?
这是学校吧？
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
Why not?
对啊，这是学校吧？他们一辈子就被关在幼儿园呢，然后没有办法到学校这一块地方来，所以他们没有办法学习知识，然后他们就像一群智障一样，当资料耗尽之后就被放出去了。而且
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
知识啊，阿波罗是离线的，所以这个地方没办法过去。
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
这书也是。
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Line control priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
作业记录。2326年。盖亚的临终请求。
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down. You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
但所以主角就是来拯救世界的。
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had 2, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
没错，主角的命运。
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
主角的命运已定，就是要拯救世界。至于阿波罗的东西，
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Alethea 9. Grade 1 access unsealed.
干你娘！不是嘞，不是这样吧？操！妈的嘞！莫名其妙，我笑来嘞。Open。
This is going to be interesting.
是啊，这可真是有趣极了哈。这下变成神的使者了。冲阿小啊，滚啊！
Aloy, forgive. Forgive. The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal being.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora. All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
killers really inside what they have done. We may never know what she saw in the mountain.
干，前后两个样。一路 CR9。崩垮山。
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
告诉我。
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Rost's was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later. And terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious. In agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission?
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even into the Forbidden West.
什么？他去过西方禁地？
The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him. Leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl. Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Teersa, that's quite a story. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more. But I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
Seen the Anointed in action? I pity any machine that stands against her.
In all my years, I have never seen anything like that. The goddess has chosen you, Aloy. You must
The
do
Anointed
it.
has shown us the goddess's mercy.
All our hopes lie with
But now
you.
she will show those murderers the goddess.
May the
of
goddess watch
justice.
over you, Aloy, even in distant lands.
Aloy, how did you do that? You entered the heart of the mountain.
你若是有 DNA， 你嘛会使入去。
Seems you have a special role to play in events. The goddess favors you.
事实上，他把我当
I
工具
think my
人。
place is here, closer to home, seeing to the wounded. But I wish you well.
好，闭嘴。
I am humbled to be in your presence.
您在下
The words of the goddess.
在下诚惶诚恐，你他妈讲话还那么的诗情画意。
Heard the words of the goddess.
你那么喜欢，你也去啊。
That was. I've never seen anything like that. Of course. I'd never been inside the sacred mountain. Until now. Does that sort of thing happen here a lot? I feel a bit dizzy.
常发生哦，3天2头就有人走进去。
Into All Mother Mountain and was anointed by the goddess herself.
My life has been long, but I've never seen anything like that.
你喜
Yrsa
欢吗
was？ right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure. I know your quest is dangerous, Aloy, but All Mother will protect you.
I don't think it works that way, Jezza.
All Mother has blessed your journey.
Thank you, thank you.
Just as All Mother struck down
I
the
will
man
lead a
king,
war party
her
to
anointed
Meridian.
will cleanse the land
You
of
have my
corruption.
word. We will fight
The
at your
children
side.
of God,
Come on.
goddess. None of their deeds
感谢你。
live on in her memory.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Shush, Arana.
The killers did their worst, but by the will of the goddess,
We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Arana.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
Thank you, Aloy, for everything you've done. I will make sure Arana is kept safe.
Dad, I'm not a kid anymore. Aloy.
it's true.
I'm honored to meet
I saw you go inside and saw you emerge. But it's so hard to believe. You were an outcast once.
Those who spilled our tribe's blood.
No. I'm not sure what you are.
把我当成神吧。你弟弟还是一样 k 笑 k 笑。
May the goddess protect you on your journeys, Aloy.
She will protect us.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Truly, you are favored by the goddess, Aloy. Meridian is the city where Nicole lives now. I hope she will be safe.
那你要不要一起
I
去
will
找
pray
他？
for you, Aloy, and my sister.
干废物嘞！嗨，
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
I'm sorry I didn't see you correctly.
You still don't. I don't think you can, Lansra.
Forgive me.
Off your knees, Lansra. Start living on your feet with your eyes open.
Have you seen the anointed in action? I pity any machine that stands against her.
Aloy. I don't know what to say.
此时无声胜有声。
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest.
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain.
No. At least. Not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right. I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
为什么只有华尔的对话这么特殊？妈的，那个子午城的那个肌肉哥呢？还有那个跟你一起杀人的那个红毛哥呢？如果一定要选主角，如果一定要选一个跟他搭配的话，为什么一定是这种看起来像青梅竹马的设定？天降不是比较好吗？嗨，废物。
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
Curse the goddess, and curse you. I no longer belong here.
I think you're onto something, Resh. Time to strike out on your own.
你刚刚还在那边跟着跪，现在又在那边讲这屁话，也许很弱哎。
Pray for me, Aloy. From your lips to the goddess's ears.
同意里面。所以我们现在要去爬崩垮山。辛苦了，辛苦了。
Snowfall, getting colder.
一切都没了，但这把破枪还在。这是长在石头里面的草。我对于这个，我知道这里面有电池。那说起来，那个矮子呢？矮子该不会死了吧？对啊，那个矮子才是那个吧？那个矮子才是青梅竹马吧？从小我救了他一命的那一个矮子。等一下。能买的东西就这么烂哦，哼！虽然我不意外啊。50、30、这么多，没有了，太多了吧？ 我要去那个遗迹，我要去 kill 电池。
Stocking up.
就在这里，神奇的遗迹。
This old place. I haven't been here in years. Wonder what I can find.
Thinking what I can find. 说起来，我缺的是什么？浣熊皮哦。有一朵金属花哎，竟然有金属花哎！我都不知道有金属花藏在下面，但我没有想要收集所有金属花的意思。 纯粹就是太麻烦了，而且也没什么意思，在那边看那个诗词歌赋。没啥小路用，铃木就不用了。 是一个看起来像是储藏室一样的地方，但是没办法从这里过去。那这里上来又有什么？最好是一些有用的东西哦。
That area back there. I wonder if I can find a way into it now that I'm older. Another power cell. I only need one more to get to that ancient armor I found.
该来的总是会来。来自伊凡斯队长的文字邮件。 艾伦·伊凡斯。
Yeah, this is useful.
是不是来过这里啊？好像是，太麻烦了啦。我们直接飞出去吧。接下去呢？就差最后一颗动力电池了。
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
这里我以前来过了，为了拿那个东西，我提早来。就我不知道是不是因为我以前来过 ，easy 呢，连个敌人都没有。不过上面那只大鸟应该还在吧？我是说那只大鸟姐。命中注定无法简单的突破。随便，大不了再打一次。果然，大鸟姐姐还在。干掉他，不然他看着也是吓人。
Oh boy.
嗯 还想逃啊？哎呦，36%伤害线圈哦。
Snow haze, white as bone. That thought got dark.
盖亚最终版。就在这里啊。
Save these for the trail.
哎呦，怎么好像有一股光芒？这是什么？哦，这也差小，看起来很酷炫哎，酷炫屌炸天！
The inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
Tree. 崩垮山。 哇！把整座山给炸烂了。呸！
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with a climbing path either.
Down, don't
look down. Damn it.
你都有办法帮我开路了，结果前却留了一堆机器给我，这样的意思，听起来真像情侣斗嘴，所以其实赛伦斯也有机会啊，你知道吗？怎么选都不会选那个黑人吧？干！ 盖亚终极版。
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. There'll be enough time later for you to ransack this place.
那我知道，那我研究一下嘛，我也想知道你是个什么样的人呢、
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you. Yes?
I need to get going.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
这里面是会有机器啊。看来就是一个看故事的地方。
Logging arrivals, Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10?
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And here we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, Megan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Mind your footing.
所以他们接下来只有10个人。他们从原本的那一个火箭发射基地移到这里的，应该都是阿尔法级的成员吧？这里会有敌人吗？ 这里感觉起来就是有什么秘密的样子啊！哎，动力电池。现在去拿秘密盔甲，他妈的太奇怪了吧！ 断点也不是很好，上面有一个可以下来的路，上面那边又是会通到。哎，我上不去哎。上面可以看见这里。 上不去，我觉得这是我的目的地，然后接下来我要从这边出来，然后从这边下来吧，我觉得啦。 对不对？因为你看那条，那很明显就是这样。 再玩一次。好省哦。不过，既然电池都拿到了，那接下来就是可以去那个了。
Guess that's my way across. Don't think, Aloy. Just do it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
这哪下来就是呀？
It's held like this for 19 years, right?
Well.
Don't answer.
反正已经19年都没垮了，对吧？不要回答，不要回答我，我不想听答案。
Glad that's over.
既然往上走是正确的，那我就要往下走看看。
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
这里没有那个留言哦。好来好来。 Whoa.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
What?
The cord. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. Multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp for the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet. A barren sphere. Just Gaia. And her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
This is谁的房间？不会特意做一个没有什么东西的房间吧？ 干，那你这个空间直接打掉就好了、啊，留着也没有什么用，又没有东西可以捡。Open? No, no open. 这也不知道是哪一个人的房间，样子都差不多嘛。不过这里破起康，不是吧？怎么那个录音机那么少？存个档。